if the energy is only up here, it's a very limited source of energy, because the source of energy is coming from a memory bank. So it's kind of like, okay, let me look through all my books, let me look through Google, let me look through a memory bank. But if we do some movement, it literally shifts the energy out from here into the body, into the spine, into the shoulders, into the elbows, into like down to the feet, and moving into our fascia and our internal organs. And so there is a much more evenly distribution of energy. And when that happens, then the condensation of energy is not like all condensed rigidly somewhere. Then the answers start to be received. Right? So when our nervous system is either activated, because sometimes we're like kind of in inertia, and we sort of like are slumpy, and we sort of need to move to kind of get, moving. And sometimes we're in that place where we're a little too agitated and we need to down regulate. And whenever we activate or down regulate the nervous system, what happens is we're able to receive information. And as empaths, our information is often intuitive. Right? We receive information, or we receive something that we've already known that's maybe stored in the memory bank, but we just can't remember it because all of the energy is getting condensed here. Let me know if that makes sense. Hello, Crystal, right? Let me know if that makes sense, because, for example, when I prepare for these lives, if all I did was like, oh, let me think about everything I knew, let me listen to everybody that's talking about energy, let me like look in my books, it's a very condensed way of transmuting energy. But if I go into movement, because I do that every morning, right? All of a sudden I'm like, oh yeah, right. Like the energy has to, move throughout the whole body. Oh yeah, right. And then you have these like just natural kind of remembering or downloads about the problem or what it is your creative project that you're trying to create. So let me know if that makes sense. So the movement distributes the energy, and it also puts your nervous system in a more activated or downregulated state so that you can receive information. And that's, I think, as an empathic entrepreneur, where we like to operate from. We like to operate from that channel, from that knowing. So creativity, as you're collaborating with life itself, it needs space, it needs movement, right? So the physical body is one of the very easiest place to tap in and tune in and master your energy in a way that is organic. So if you move the body in the way, whatever how, organically, whatever answers or whatever solutions you're trying to create, they naturally come to you, right? So like, and it's, you also notice this in your regular everyday mundane. If you're cleaning your house or if you're taking a shower, you're less in survival mode. Okay, that's another big reason. And you start to switch into the creative side of your brain, right? And the creative side of your brain is imagination. And in imagination is where all potential reality lives. Think about it. It's like there was not a machine flying in the sky before. Where did that come from? It came from an imagination. It came from some kind of depth of experience, right? Where did like the light bulb come from, right? It came from this intuitive, empathic download, right? Where did, the car come from, right? It came from a synergy of our experience, and then we synergized, and all of a sudden the imagination coagulated into like this intelligent, like, evolution, right? So the body is this easiest way to tune in, not just to your nervous system, but to your soul's path, right? Because when we go into the body, what starts to happen is, and let me know if this is true for you, like we start to have images, we start to have visions, we start to see the potential reality that is not known now. And that's what I think is so important to understand. It is not known. So when you're, ideating about your life and the vision of your life and your business as an entrepreneur, know that it's always going to come from this unknown, right? Because it's kind of downloading through the etheric field and from your soul kind of guiding you and showing you this is a potential reality that you can choose to go on or not, right? So know that, because what will get in the way of those answers that are coming to you energetically is then all of a sudden your survival brain kicks in and it's like, oh, but how do I do that? This is not possible. You start to go into your memory, right? And you're like, that doesn't exist in my memory, right? And that sort of energetically a very kind of tense place to create your life. And it's very limited because you're only seeing what you've already seen. But here's the thing, it's like your imagination will see all potential realities. And especially if you're seeing it, it's because your soul is guiding you in that direction and showing you, oh, would you know, if you want to try this on, go ahead, right? So movement allows the energy to flow freely and allows your body to be a conduit of receptivity and information. And it breaks you from the portal of survival into soul.